Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you very much for joining me for today's video. So this is a lovely sit down for a couple of hours afternoon project or an evening project to get done. So this is my Halloween countdown advent calendar and I'll be showing you all the dies and papers and things throughout the tutorial on what I have used to make this advent calendar. As you can see, it is quite a sizable project here and we have drawers that pop out with treats in as well, and you will even get the numbers and everything in there in the set. So this project is going to be perfect for a countdown to Halloween. Even if you miss off a couple of days there's even a section inside here where you can pop in at the back there a day 13 if you really wish. And again, this is absolutely perfect for an advent calendar. So we have 12 days this side, but there is enough room for all of these boxes to be repeated on the other side of this box. So you can have, oh, I'm losing treats here, so you can have your 12 days on one side and then 13 to 24 on the other. So it's absolutely perfect as an advent calendar too. Right, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Okay, so I've got loads of things already prepared. So this is the perfect afternoon project, and again, this is a 12-day calendar for Halloween, but this will be perfect for Advent as well, for Christmas or any other countdown. So for Christmas, and you wanted to make a 24 one, we do have space here on both sides of the gusset here, so you can have a double-sided bag with doors on both sides, and that will do the 24. So this is going to be absolutely perfect for those Advent calendars. But today we're going to be making a 12-day countdown calendar for Halloween. So let's have a quick look at what I have done so far. So here is the Ornate Gift Bag die set. This is a very large die here. This is the main die. I'm just going to quickly go through what I've cut out. If you just want to skip straight to the tutorial, just skip ahead. Okay, so I have here all of the main bits. Everything else are accessories. So for the main bag, I have die cut two of these here. This is the main piece. That's going to be the front of the bag. That is the main piece. And you're going to need to die cut two of the side gussets as well. And I've already added some red tape there, but I will be using glue with that as well. So two of those. And also these are the bottom pieces, the base pieces. So two of those. And I've also added the red tape to that. And this large plain rectangle, you can manually just use your paper trimmer for this one, or you can just run this through your machine. I have done this already. It's basically just a mat for the actual bag front. Okay, so let's move on to the next die set now. I'm making a big mess beside me, but it's fine. This is the lovely enjoyment of editing. I can edit out all of these extra little bits. So for these holes here, we are going to be moving over now to the advent calendar window boxes die set. Now this calendar was designed for the Ornate Gift Bag. Okay, so some of you may have one of these die sets or both of them. These work together, and today I'm going to show you how they work together, and these are available separately as well, just in case you already have one or the other. Okay, so this is quite a nice big die set as well. You get quite a few dies in here, plus quite a few accessory dies with the numbers as well, and there is a choice here with the doors. So these are the three main dies, and again, what I love here, all the numbers, they're all joined together in one big plate. Okay, so this is what's going to cut your windows. This is going to give you a score line here, so you can have them as an opening flap. So if you wanted just a plain one with an opening flap with one of these boxes behind, and I will demonstrate that in as I go along, or you can trim off the door completely like I have, because I would like to have this behind plus one of these little drawers here. Just going to quickly pop that on there. This is all a dry run, just so that you get an idea of what I'm up to. Okay, so this is going to glue just on there, and that is going to come out just here. I'm not going to glue anything over on there yet. I need to do one more die cut. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, hopefully. So we have this box behind. That's going to pop on just behind there. and that is going to hold your treats. Now the doors do want to kind of open up slightly, but once you have treats in there, they all hold themselves closed. Now if you wanted to keep the front door on here as well, you can do. You can have all of these layers. Okay, so let's get on with showing you what I've done so far. So this is the die here for the box, and I have die cut 12 of those boxes and I've popped them together. I have 2 here to go through with you, and this is the die that's going to make this pop out drawer as well. So you are not limited to using the Ornate gift bag. If you wanted to make your own gift bag, whatever size you want, you can literally just use this die set with it before you assemble it together. So that is the beauty of this advent calendar window boxes die set. It can go in most projects, or if you have a gift box that you wanted to make as well, with a scoreboard, it's going to work with it, as long as you can work out what spaces you need. Okay, so let's get assembling, and then I will show you the die cutting for the windows. So we're going to start off with this outer box first. This is the support box. So as you can imagine, this slopes down, and there may be treats inside here. You don't really want to lose any, so this box is going to be a catch-all as well, so it stops any treats falling into the main section of the bag. Okay, so it's just there to stop things getting lost. So I'm going to use a bone folder here just to fold everything down. Okay, now these little flaps here, I'm just going to turn that over. It's easier to go that way. These fold outwards. This is what is going to attach the box to the inside of the bag, or the box, or whatever you're making. Okay, so I'm going to be using Cosmic Shimmer today. There's a lot here to do, so definitely use a fast drying glue, other than like a tape or anything like that. If you're using double-sided tape, you're going to be here forever putting these boxes together. Okay, so I've added glue to the inside, okay, because these flaps are going to be on the outside, because the inside, some of it is going to be visible when the box comes out. So I would like a lovely, nice, neat finish on the inside of the box, because that is what people are going to see. Okay, so that is my 12th box. Now let's move over to the drawer now. So that is this die here. So definitely do all of your die cutting all in one go, and then do all of your folding and gluing as well, just like a factory line. And again, like I say, this is the perfect Sunday afternoon project. Again, I'm using my bone folder here, get some really nice crisp lines. Now this one again flaps outwards. I'm just going to flap that in there. Okay, let's glue this together. So I'm just going to add glue just to this little side tab here. Now some of you might remember I made an advent calendar last year using, oh, I glued that to the wrong side, using the flexible gift bag. If I find a photograph, I will pop it up right now. That is the flexible gift bag. I will list that down below if you wanted to make a version of that too. I actually have the flexible gift bag here. I've made a Halloween version using my new papers. Here we are. Here is the flexible gift bag. It's quite big, perfect for adding loads of treats, but not too many. It's not a really wide bag, and also you also get the smaller bag with that too, plus these lovely windows here that you can see. So that is the flexible gift bag. You get 2 gift bags in there. Anyway, back to this. Okay, so I've joined this together now using the side tab. Now to assemble, all you have to do is fold in your 2 little flaps here, add your glue, fold in the flap without the extra tab, get that central and press down, and then add your glue to the underside of this area here. Leave this flap here free of any glue, and then close that, and that is how you assemble that box. Okay, so we're now going to move over to some die cutting. So you, these are very large dies, so you are going to be needing a large format machine for this one. Okay, so let's get this prepped. So what I did first was I did my central row first, and you will take note actually before we put this down, like I did not, I forgot, we have score lines here, so my doors were going to open the opposite way to like a traditional door, but as I was chopping them off anyway, it didn't matter. But if you wanted to keep your doors, just be mindful of where the score line is and which way they are going to open. So to line up this first one, I lined up the center here with this point just there, and then I was able to go either side. Now this does leave a few little very subtle marks, so you can use this to actually make a guideline of the lineup as well. And I can see that matches at the bottom as well. What we don't want are these to be too close, because we have to glue on the other side of these tabs have to go there as well. Okay, if you want to do just a plain old practice run just to get the feel of it, just cut out one of these front pieces and have a practice. And I forgot to say the papers that I'm using. These are the Happy Haunting paper pack. There's loads of really lovely Halloween things there to choose from. Okay, I've just got my little bit of tape there. I'm happy with that. And if I do get this wrong, there's not a lot of work to redo, so I can just make myself another one. But I'm pretty confident that that's all good. Okay, there is one other thing I do need to mention. This has had to cut through 2 layers. This is very heavy cardstock and quite heavy patterned paper, so I am going to have to get my craft knife in there just to release those. But if you were just doing this just straight onto the patterned paper or onto plain cardstock, you should be okay. I will link everything that I'm using in the description box, and if you do have any questions, just leave them in the comments section. Okay, that one's actually cut through, so I'm going to go through like that. There we go. We have our score line just here, so if you were making this to keep the doors, just pop in your square box behind and you will have an advent calendar, and you can pop your number on the front. You can map the front as well to make it slightly different from the rest of the calendar. So there is that. And I'm going to be taking the doors off completely, so use the score line there just to cut down that score line, and that will come off completely. Now I have quite a few of these. I am going to keep them. Okay, so this is really easy to cut through because the die has already cut through most of the layers, so you're literally just cutting just the last tiny little bit there. So it's really easy with a craft knife, but do make sure you have a nice sharp one and a fresh blade. Always regularly change your blade, it just makes life so much better. I went off there, so I'm going to go in with my ruler. Got my Tim Holtz one here. It has the metal edge there so it doesn't cut into the plastic. Whoops, there we go. Clean that up later. There we go. Right, I now have 12 windows. Now let's get rid of this black mat so you can see what I'm doing. That's the thing with Halloween, there's a lot of black card. Okay, now we're ready for the fun to begin. Right, so we're going to be starting off with these boxes first, with the pop-out drawers. As I said before, they attach just like that. Try and get it on as central as possible. They do lean forward, but when you have like a Ferrero Rocher in there or other sweets, then the weight is going to hold them in. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to glue all of these drawers through here, and you can kind of see here, you can line them up nicely to make sure that they're central in each window. So I'm just going to add glue just to these tabs here, and then just line that up and place it down. Right, let me do one more. Pop that on, and then we'll look and see what this looks like without me having to hold it in place. Now you don't want to go so low that this box won't come outwards. It has to have that movement. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. This is a lot of fun, this project. Okay, so just for the next step, do all of your drawers, and then we can do the outside boxes. So I'm just going to quickly show you the next one. And if you want to use coordinating cardstock or contrasting cardstock, you can do. I just went for orange again because it's not black, and it's going to be easier for me to film with this. But this will look perfect with some patterned paper on the inside as well. Okay, so this gets popped on there. We are going to have to turn this over, so just guess your best on getting that in the right place. Turn it over, and you will be able to see here where it may have come off slightly. So I can see that I had to push this up very slightly. Just get your finger in there, and I'm happy with that position, so I'm going to press that down. And if you can't get your finger in this little space there, you can just use a bone folder as well, just to press that down. So that is how you do those inner boxes. And these inner boxes stop any treats falling out into the main section of the bag. So I'm going to go ahead now and just do everything that I've just demonstrated, and I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, so a little bit of time has passed. Mr. G has kindly made me a tea. I'm hoping I get to drink that and it won't go cold. Anyways, right, so what have I done off camera? Right, I have added all of these boxes onto the back, so I have all of my doors here. These all pop out, and again, they will stay closed when they have treats in. I've popped together a ribbon bow for a finishing touch at the top there. I have used the big bow die set. It was a bit bright. I absolutely love this die set. You even get the butterfly on there if you wanted to make it more feminine, plus some words as well, so great for lots of different occasions. Okay, so I've also die cut the numbers using that plate just here. I've done that 3 times onto gold cardstock. I'm hoping I have enough ones there. And I've also die cut these little shaped windows. So where's the die for that? Here we go. This also comes with the die set as well. So all I have to do now is just arrange everything how I want it. I've used the let me find the offcut. Here we go. I've used this, and I've just popped on the die where the faces are. Yes, they will be kind of covered up with the numbers, but I'm not going to be too bothered by that. So I've die cut 4 of each pattern, so it was just 3 sets, and if I can count correctly, that equals 12. So what I don't want to have is things like next to each other too closely. So this one will have to go here. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up, just to make sure things don't go in the same place. So have yourself a nice little play before you commit to gluing things down. Thinking that's going to go there. I'll pop you here. You can go there. And there we have that one there. Ooh, I'm pretty liking this, and it's going to look excellent when it's popped together with the bow, but we're not there yet. Let's do all the finishing touches. So I'm going to glue all these down, and then I'm going to pop on my numbers, and any numbers that I have left over I'm just going to pop back into this envelope here that it came in. so I have extra numbers if I need them for any other projects. If you keep doing that, you will build up a nice little collection of numbers. Okay, here we go. Look at that. I'm absolutely loving how that is turning out. So let's put the rest together now, because we're now on the home run. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over and we're going to attach the gusset, one gusset either side, just like that. So this is how it goes. There is a gap just here. That is part of the design because this does slope inwards. Okay, so we're going to pop this, so this line here, this score line here, aligns with the bottom. Okay, and it's going to be a little bit tricky because this is now quite bulky and 3D, so just do your best to get everything lined up. Off you get. And I'm going to add glue on top of my tape. This is going to give me the added security of this not coming apart. So if you want to, you can just work from this way. The tape will give you the instant stick, and the glue will make sure that it stays on there for quite some time. There we go. Now if you want to use this year in, year out, then definitely go for glue, because it will definitely last years longer than if you were just using the tape. Okay, so now we've got that bulky bit done, we can, let's just think, and we're going to add the base pieces now. Again, I'm going to use glue. Okay, just bringing in the other piece here, make sure you have it the right way round, and you can mat the back of this as well if you want to. Again, you can repeat these doors, there's room for a set of doors and boxes on this side as well. What am I doing? Right, let's get this glued on. Hoping the lighting hasn't gone too funny, because I'm using all of this black cardstock. Sometimes it plays with the lighting. Okay, now we're ready to carry on. So take off the backing on this side, add your glue, okay, so now we can pop this one together just here. Again, using the glue and the tape will really help get this together and keep it kind of like stuck while you're trying to line everything up as well. So it is truly very helpful just to use both of these together. Okay, we're almost there. We now have the bottom to do, and as you can see, there is room in there for another row just on the other side. So again, perfect advent calendar. Okay, so let's get these popped in. So I'm going to add glue just to these side tabs here, pop that down. This does want to move about, so I'm just going to add glue just to the outside edge, just here. There we go. Sorry if this is too zoomed in at the top. This is quite a tall bag. And I'm just going to pop those there. If you want to use extra thin red tape, that would be good as well, just to get you that instant stick. Otherwise, I'm just trying to stick my ruler in. Sorry if it's out of focus. Just going to stick my ruler in just to get some force on there, to get everything stuck down. There we go. Now basically this just folds in just like that. This needs folding. There we go. So if you want to, you can glue this closed. You can use a peg, you can use some Velcro. I have some here. I love this. I will leave these linked down below. I'm going to add some on actually, and then I'll add the bow. Because as this is just a 12-day calendar, I do have room here for day 13 inside the bag. So if you want to put a 13 just here, there is room there for day 13. So I'm just going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to cut this in half as well. My last one, I do have a brand new box downstairs. I just need to bring that upstairs. I will show you exactly what I'm doing in a minute, because I'm aware that this is hiding what I'm doing. One of the hazards of working with these large items is you can't really move stuff about, so that you can see what I'm doing properly. Okay, so there we go. I've just popped those on there. Take the backing off. One of them will be easier than the other side because we've chopped them in half, and it's only got a quick, easy release on one end. Okay, so hoping you'll be able to see this. Just lining that up there. Again, sorry if it's out of focus. It's just a lot easier to have the autofocus off, because it does mess me about. It really does. Okay, so here we have our boxes. Isn't that lovely? And if you want to cover this up, you can. You can stuff some black shredding in there. That here so that kind of sticks out the end there. If you have purple or if you have orange, that will also go nicely with these papers. I'm making a big mess here. There we go. So everything is now hidden on the side, the other side as well. And there we go. Right, let's get the bow on now. I love this bow. Let's get this bow on. Okay, so this bow, I can't remember if I showed you the die set now. Just going to pop that there. This is the big bow die set. I think I did show you that because I remember it being too bright. Okay, let's pop some treats in now. We'll go for some little pumpkins, I think, miniature pumpkins. There we go. Can pop some in there. Whoops. Pop that in there. Pop some in there. There we go. I might just leave this pre-filled because my children are old enough to know that if they sneakily eat chocolates when they shouldn't sneakily eat chocolates from their calendars, they don't get replacements and they don't get special things. So yes, they are of that age to know there's consequences, and the temptation is just not there to have things ruined. Okay, so as you can see, I've popped in my little treats there, one each. So this is now going to be ready for the countdown. So I'll probably mix and match a few more, so I can pop in some eyeballs in the rest of them. Okay, so that is my Halloween countdown advent calendar. I absolutely love this one. I'm going to be using this one this year, and I'm going to be packing this away and bringing it out every single year. So actually, you may remember a couple of years ago I did do a similar one with an old advent calendar die set a few years ago with this bag. I will pop that there. Some of you will remember that, and some of you will have this ornate gift bag from that collection. So if you do make this or make anything else with the ornate gift bag or anything like that, please do join my Facebook group, which is called Papercrafting with Helen Griffin. I will leave that linked down below, and please join us and share your makes, because we're a lovely bunch over there and we love to see loads of brand new inspiration. Okay, so everything that I've used is listed down below, and I'll see you again soon.